what is best in life?
To crush your enemies, to see them driven before you, and hear the lamentation of their women. And to listen to the Dorkgasm podcast show.
Wow, I laughed at that. Hey!
Good.
Dorkgasm podcast. This is episode 33 of the big show. Allegedly. I'm not sure. Is that like legitimate counting, or are we just making shit up?
Oh, that's straight up legit.
Woo!
We just don't count the first three because they were. I mean, we do count them, but they were. 10.
Yeah. Do we count
or like the 5 from about almost
the original
10 years
series?
Ago. Yeah.
Dorkgasm TOS.
That's right. This is TNG.
Oh, jeez. So, so let's see. Who spoke for... Probably Krispy was speaking first.
I did? Hello!
Probably.
That's me.
And the other person is Kyle.
Hey.
Hey, and then there's Justin. Oh, wait, sorry. It's not on the show.
Surprise, surprise, surprise.
The wild Justin ran away.
His PC is still on the fritz, so... He was going to try and join us via the Xbox, but that didn't work out either, apparently.
That's weird.
Maybe next time.
I actually did record an episode using my the Skype on my Xbox.
How'd it go?
That's impressive.
Well, it went fine. You guys didn't complain.
No, it was good.
None of our vast listening audience complained, so...
I didn't even notice the difference.
Yeah, I know.
So, how you guys doing?
I am doing so great. And let me tell you, I can explain why in 2 words. And those 2 words are skid... God damn it.
Those weren't words. Those were noises.
Alcohol. Alcohol.
Yeah.
That seems to be a theme tonight.
All right, what were the 2 words?
All right, let's try this again. Cities skylines.
Oh. The better version of SimCity.
Yes. Yes, it is so fantastic, and it's the mods that people are coming up with are just fantastic. It's everything that SimCity should have been and wasn't. So, I read one of the devs did a Reddit AMA a while back, and they were talking about doing all the calculations and stuff on the PC, and it how they do it on your PC, and they don't have to do it in the cloud, which his joke was a couple of years ago that was the only way you could do the simulation, which is a big shot at the SimCity people.
Of course. Yeah, is it can you play with other people as well?
Not yet.
Or is it single player?
Yeah, I believe that's something that may be in the works, but yeah, it's just the map is huge. I think it's like 25 tiles, and the tiles are each one of the tiles is larger than the city in SimCity 2013. Yeah.
So that was the one good thing SimCity's had for it, was playing with other people. I enjoyed that part. I enjoyed that part a lot. That was good.
Yeah, the idea was neat. It's just too bad that the cities were so terrible.
The execution was poor.
Yeah.
You know? So how many hours have you logged into it, do you think?
It's in the double digits. I know that. I don't really tend to look at Steam that much, and also it's not that accurate because sometimes I will forget and leave it running, and like on the menu, and they count that. So I don't know, a lot. That's all I can say. Whenever the little dude gives me a chance to sneak in here and play, then that's what I'm doing.
Very cool. What about you, Kyle? Been playing any games recently?
Actually, since I got the 1, I was finally able to play Wolfenstein, since my original Xbox decided the disk drive was going to die when I first purchased it.
That's right, you joined the dark side as well.
Uh-huh.
Yep. They have cookies.
Actually, Target had a buy one get one 50% off sale last week. Yeah, last week. And I picked up Dying Light, which I thought looked kind of neat. And
Which one?
huh?
Which one?
Dying Light.
Oh yeah, the one that's by the people who did the first Dead Island.
Yeah, and Battlefield Hardline, which I've been enjoying quite a bit.
Do you like the Hotwire mode?
I don't know what that is. What is this?
That's the one where you run around to cars, to different cars
Oh,
in Battlefield.
I actually have not played any multiplayer on it. I
Just
think
single.
the single player campaign is actually pretty fun, and I enjoy how it's set up like episodes of a TV show. Even to the point where like you finish, that section of the campaign, and it gives you your summary of how you did on that mission, and then in the little bottom right hand corner, it's got like a little preview picture of the next mission. It's like the next episode will start in so many seconds, and it counts down like Netflix does.
Right.
And I thought that was kind of funny.
That's pretty cool. Very nice. Yeah, it's seems like we're all catching up on games. I'm still playing a lot of Warframe. Love that game.
Oh yeah,
I'm still trying to get Rob to get it on. I know you downloaded on the PC.
Installed, yeah, and then it had like a massive amount of patches, and yeah, I finally got it installed, and that was just a whole ordeal. Not because of the Warframe.
Did either of you guys ever play Psychonauts?
Yeah.
Have you seen Stick It to the Man on Xbox One?
No.
It was put up on Humble Bundle about a year or two ago, and I'm not even drunk like Rob. And it almost looks like it was inspired by Psychonauts, but it was first thing I bought when I got the one installed. And it's a lot of fun. It's not that long, but it's only $10, but it's really entertaining. Basically, it's a 2D side-scrolling platform, and you have one of those sticky hands that you get from the quarter machines at Walmart sticking out of your head, and you can use it to solve puzzles. You can use it to solve puzzles and read people's minds.
Yeah. You should get Power Star Golf. I paid for it back whenever it was still a game that you paid for, and now it's a free deal, and I guess you can pay for, like, I don't know, new golfers or some shit. I don't know, but that's if you like golf games, that's a fun little cartoony type of golf game,
Interesting.
and it's free.
Well, the only other thing I even got so far, Mortal Kombat comes out Tuesday, which, speaking of, the trailer with the System of a Down song was epic, but picked up Metro Redux. Been looking forward to that for a while now since they redid it.
Metro, right? It has Metro and Metro Last Light, right?
Yeah, it has like 2033 and then Last Light, and that's right. They redid it completely. I think they rebalanced them. I think they worked on some of the pacing. The graphics, if you ever watch a comparison from the original Xbox to the One, I mean, it doesn't even look like the same game. It kind of looks like going from the original Xbox up a generation or two. So,
Well, even the original was supposedly pretty smooth as a first-person shooter-wise, I guess, like the gameplay.
it was,
It's
but the
even
pacing was supposedly really bad. Like it was following the book, so the pacing for a video game wasn't that smooth, supposedly.
Actually, you're talking about playing from one system to another. I was playing GTA 5 on the Xbox One.
How's the first-person mode?
That was something I was actually pretty excited about whenever I first found out about it, and I turned it on, and I'm like, oh yeah, okay, and then I immediately went back to third person.
Was it better than Fallout 3's first-person mode? Or third-person mode? Was it better than that?
Beats the hell out of me. I never used third person on Fallout.
Yeah, it was pretty fucking bad. It was like taking a string and dragging your character along in front of you.
It's like, why the hell would you do that? That's not the point. Anyway, all right.
I didn't know if you had heard the news. It's been the past day or so, Rob. It's another product that you will want to probably spend your money on. Lego Dimensions.
I've heard of it. I'm assuming it's like that Disney.
Infinity.
What's the name of that? Yeah.
Infinity. Yeah. It sounds very cool. It is in the same vein as like Infinity and Skylanders, and it's you can buy all these different toys and stuff. The starter pack will start at $99. Look at the game and the portal, which is like the little pad. It actually comes with a little portal, and there's a funny trailer with Joel McHale on it. Not like super funny, but chuckle worthy. Just a quick little thing, and it the nice thing about it compared to the other like Skylanders or Disney Infinity, those update every year, so the old characters don't work on the new version.
Really?
So Disney Infinity 1.0 characters do not work on 2.0.
That's retarded.
Yeah, same with Skylanders. Like the other Skylanders games, like the trap teams, they don't work. You know,
But that's so stupid because then if you have a favorite character, you can't carry it over.
Right. Yeah. Well, that was kind of my thing too. I thought they were gonna keep 2.0 around for a while in Disney Infinity, and they may. But it seems
Well, it has
like
all the Marvel characters.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. They would just bring out 3.0, which basically would be some things here and there extras, and then they would just re-release them again.
So
It's 3.0.
Spider-Man would be facing the right instead of the left, and he would be kicking instead of web slinging.
Yeah, it'd be like a different action figure. Yeah, but it would work for 3.0. So that's the thing. They are re-releasing some of the 1.0s now for the 2.0 system, but the Lego is going to stick around for a while. They're not.
Before we
they don't
move on,
plan
Crispy,
on
just
updating.
because it won't be appropriate, do we have a Ron Burgundy horror sound noise? Because that's kind of what Skylanders and Disney sound like right now. Dirty whores.
I don't think I have a dirty horse sound. Let me look. Well, I've got this.
You don't know the power of the dark side.
How
Disney-
appropriate. How
Yeah,
appropriate.
That's what Disney said to Lego, Warner Brothers and Lego, because they think they're crazy. But you think the starter pack is more expensive, right? Because the other ones started around $49.99, I think, and this one's going to be $99. It's the same thing. You get the game and you get 3 characters.
and
you
by
get
Lego
Gandalf.
characters, by
It
Lego
is
characters,
any Lego set. So Ninja Turtles, Lord of the Rings, Back to the Future, any of the characters. Any of the characters will work. Any of the characters from the Lego sets will work on any play set. So that you
how does that work? How do you take a Lego character to make it work?
Well, so you buy they're called minifigs, and you there's a pad, and you put it on the pad, and it will appear in game. Any character will work on any play set. So there's different levels and everything. So the starter pack will have a certain set, and you can buy more. And this is where they don't need to come out with a set every year because man, they're expensive. It's like $29 for a new level or whatever.
But the Lego ones, you're going to have to still buy exclusive characters that work with this game. You can't just buy a pack of Legos at Walmart and it works.
No. Yeah, they will be specific figurines for the game in the game section.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were saying that any minifigure would work.
Yeah, that's why I was confused.
Oh, no.
And I'm like, I've got an extensive minifigure collection.
No. It doesn't have the microchip and stuff it would need. No, I'm just saying right now in Disney Infinity, I don't know about Skylanders, I think they all work in that set. But so let's say I have Spider-Man. Spider-Man won't work in Guardian. Well, maybe he does. Does he work in Guardian? He doesn't work in the Guardians playset. And he doesn't work. He might work.
Oh, I gotcha.
So they don't. There's two. So the Infinity, there's 2 characters that can cross over in each set, and the other ones just don't. So like Black Widow can't go in the original toy box play set with the Disney characters. Well, it's just funny. It's just, they don't want to switch worlds, and Lego's like, screw that. First of all, it's based kind of like on the movie, so you get Gandalf, Wild Style, and Batman, I think, as the 3 characters in the starter pack. But yeah, you could have Lord of the Rings, Gollum, they said, riding a DeLorean in Ninjago City, if you wanted. So yeah, they're not putting up any boundaries, which to be honest, I might stop collecting the Infinity.
Who here saw Michael Keaton on Saturday Night Live being Batman?
Being Batman. Was that this past? Oh, he was hosted this past weekend.
Yeah, it was actually really funny.
That was some transition. Kyle's like, I'm done talking about
Yeah, but he's like king of the segues. Batman, I heard Batman. All right, speaking of Batman.
Stream of consciousness is good. You know what was really good was The Rock
Duh.
on SNL. Well, I mean, he's always good, but there
This
was.
dude's just so talented.
It's been his past couple weeks, man, with the SNL. You know, Fast and the Furious 7. He had like a big thing on Twitter because you know, the kid basically almost, you know, ran after his truck or whatever, who had cancer, and you know, he took a picture with him and everything, and talked about how he cried in the car afterwards and how it meant so much to his fans and stuff. So that was a huge like Twitter thing. And then
Are you talking about Ryan Reynolds?
no, what are you talking about?
Ryan Reynolds in the picture on Twitter with the kid dressed as Deadpool.
No. This was The Rock. He was driving
okay.
away from his gym and saw these kids like running after him, waving his hands, and he's like, "What?" He didn't know if he should pull over or not because they could be crazy. But this kid came up to him and basically hugged him and told him, you know, he had, you know, cancer, you know, for all those years, and how inspirational he was to him. And so he took some pictures and stuff, and then on the way we got back in his truck, was driving, and all of a sudden just kind of broke down, and just how much it meant to him in general, and everything, and to have a good Easter weekend. Just kind of blew up around. It was on Facebook, people sharing it, that kind of thing. And then the lip sync battle. I don't know if you've seen that on Spike.
That looks hilarious.
He did Taylor Swift.
Wow.
And it was fantastic. It was great. I mean, he was doing like the movements and everything. It was really good.
That's terrifying, honestly.
Yeah, I think he ended up winning that episode. It's great. It's pretty funny, but he is just on a roll. And then
Is
you
that a
figure
tournament style thing, or is that just like someone wins every night?
There are two contestants. I don't know how many numbers they do though, but they do the full song. So the one I saw yesterday had Common and John Legend, and Common did Lionel Richie all night long, and he even had like the wig, Lionel Richie wig, and the whole clothing. He even did some breakdancing. It was pretty hilarious. And then John Legend did MC Hammer. You can't touch this. And he even,
that's
I mean,
amazing.
he was even had the
Parachute
pants and everything. Yeah. And then afterwards he was all like out of breath and stuff. He was struggling. So it was pretty good. I guess John Legend's girlfriend is the DJ on the show. So that's probably how they got him on there. Jimmy Fallon was in the episode, which makes sense because he's been doing lip sync battle on tonight's show. I thought he might have been executive producer, but I guess not. I don't
Really?
know why no, not that I saw. I was really surprised. I'm like, it's kind of his idea, his thing. I don't know. I figure he's cool with it since he was on it. Maybe he gets a backdoor deal. He sold the rights or something. He's a pretty busy man. I wouldn't blame him. But yeah, The Rock. No, it's he's on a roll. And then you figure with WrestleMania, which I heard was pretty
Is that a
good.
rock and roll joke?
That was not intentional.
Good.
It was
Because you
not.
were so fired if it was.
Aw, you can't fire me. I do everything around here.
Yay, I'm promoted again.
Oh, well.
Promoted to
that's-
what? You don't want that promotion. It's unpaid. It's an unpaid internship. And you
Yeah, you're telling
a
me
lot
I've
of
been doing this
hours.
for him since 2008.
Oh my goodness. But did you guys watch WrestleMania at all? That was-
I did watch WrestleMania.
I was just sadly disappointed with many directional choices they chose.
Yeah, I know some fans were kind of upset, but it seemed like they're letting the new guys from NXT shine a little bit.
Well, that's fine. I mean, it was great that Kid and Cesaro won, but I mean, like, what was the point of building up Sting just so he could lose to Triple H? You know, honestly, the only thing I was really happy about was that Seth Rollins cashed in and won. Thought that was great. So,
Well, I mean, you figure it was kind of cool too to have NWO came out and did Generation X and win that match.
but still,
I mean,
it's just such a set of blue balls to have Sting promoted since like Survivor Series of last year to fight Triple H, and then WCW walks in the house and gets, you know, stomped by Triple H.
well, I mean, he is dating the boss's daughter, so.
He is the boss.
And, well, married the boss. Well, yeah, it's true. He kind of he runs NXT, right?
Yeah, but he pretty much is the boss at this point.
Yeah. So, I mean, but that's how WCW is run. That's what's so frustrating about it.
Yeah, and see what happened to WCW.
Yeah. Yeah, but that was probably, the weakest match as far as most hype, least amount of talent left.
One more question. This is the one that seriously bothered me. Why did Big Show need to win the Andre Memorial? I mean, it doesn't promote anyone. That's what bothers me about stuff like that. They could put someone over like they did Cesaro last year. Big Show's made. He's closer to Kane's level now, or he's going to be enhancement talent pretty soon. But he won when they could have had like Mizdow win and just instantly ride, this popularity he's been building for the last year.
Well, I mean, is it like the first Andre Memorial match or something?
It was the second. Cesaro won last
Second.
year.
Sorry, okay. I don't know, because the Big Show was the Giant. He was basically, that's what they called him, so, I mean, it makes sense.
Yeah, it was just a waste of opportunity.
Yeah. True. Yeah, I heard it was a good event, though. Especially since the last pay-per-view kind of stinky. The Rumble was really bad. But yeah, this month is a free month if you haven't already subscribed or done the free trial. The WWE Network is free for April. So
Have they added Shotgun Saturday Night yet?
I do not know. I haven't signed up for it. I'm trying to determine if I want to get back into wrestling again.
If you want to, it's worth it. I mean, the couple months I had it, it kept me entertained, and they didn't even have that much in it yet. But now, I mean, they've added like decades worth of Raw. Well, a decade worth of Raw. They've added, main event, pretty much every WWE main event there ever was. They have ECW shows, pay-per-views, everything. It's a lot. It's great for the value.
Yeah, oh yeah. I mean, $10 for a pay-per-view, basically. It's $10 a month, and, you can stream the pay-per-view live.
Yeah.
You can't beat that. It'd be fun to have friends over again for pay-per-views. It was getting ridiculous, though. It was like $50 a month.
Oh, it's like $60 now.
Yeah. So it's definitely worth it. If I heard it's worth it just for the pay-per-views and then NXT.
Yeah, NXT was
really
what
good.
NXT was pretty much what I watched.
Yeah, I heard Raw's pretty boring right now. I mean, it's not really doing anything. But NXT's where it's at, and that's where all the new talent is. Something I wanted to mention too. There's this cool podcast called Radiolab, and I don't know who I think they use National Public Radio platform, I want to say, because the sound engineering is insane. The audio engineering is just really good between the music and the clips they use. There was a really cool episode called the Montreal Screwjob and the Windmill, and it basically went on to explain the whole story. And I mean, it had clips from the documentary and everything with the screw job with Bret Hart in Montreal.
Yeah, that was my wife listens to that podcast. I typically don't, because I feel like you can either be a Radiolab fan or a This American Life fan, and I've made my decision. But it was so surreal to hear, NPR talking about wrestling.
And all the terminology, like
yes,
baby and a mark and everything like that. It was really good. But basically, it just talked about how. So Rob is familiar with the episode, but they talked about how that moment in wrestling inadvertently changed it and made it popular to include just a hint of truth or a perceived truth in what was perceived as fake at the time. It's like, well, these huge storylines, crazy personalities, and then you got to see something like that, Bret Hart getting screwed over, and then they actually took that and made it into a storyline in WWE, turned Vince into, because really Vince was behind the scenes. He was an announcer before then. Like people didn't know that he ran the show for the most part, and so that put him in the limelight, and it created that whole part truth mixed in and exaggerated. And then the second part of that podcast was talking about how that same kind of thing occurred in the 1600s with Don Quixote, written by Cervantes, and how, because Don Quixote is a really interesting book only because the narrator is telling you, these are some manuscripts I found about Don Quixote. So he's telling you stories, and Don Quixote will be in this dire situation, and then he's like, and that's where the manuscript ended. I don't know what happened. And then there was even this whole meta thing afterwards, where a unauthorized sequel was written about Don Quixote, you know. And Cervantes was like, "What the hell, man? Like, you can't just take my character." So he wrote the official sequel, where in it, someone comes up to Don Quixote and says, "Hey, I heard there was this biography about you by this guy who was the unauthorized version." And Don Quixote's like, "Yeah, that guy's full of shit," and everything. So it's kind of cool, like the trash, that little bit of truth injected into a work of fiction. So it was a really cool episode. There's a couple ones I have to catch up on, but that one's definitely worth a listen to, particularly for the sound clips from the documentary. Was it the Matt? What was it called?
Wrestling with Shadows.
Wrestling with Shadows. Yep. The documentary. Yeah, it's a good. It's a pretty good podcast.
Yeah, they do some interesting stuff, but
it's worth taking a look at. So I guess that's enough wrestling talk. Movie stuff. So what is your guy? So we'll go ahead and segue. What is your guy's favorite Pixar movie?
Monsters Inc.
It's a good one.
Cars 2.
Oh,
Really?
you son
No,
of a bitch.
no.
He's being facetious, yes.
No, actually, I did
knew-
enjoy Cars 2. I hated
Really?
Cars 1. Yeah.
Really? Cars 2 is all over the place.
I'm a big
It's like
fan
the worst
of
one
those,
they did.
of those, like, 60s style spy movies, though, so...
Oh.
And I
Well,
didn't
that
like
movie
Cars
took
1.
all those and then pooped on them. So
Whatever.
I don't...
Also, I'm a huge Owen Wilson fan, so... You know, it is what it is.
So what's your real answer?
That is an excellent question. I don't know. I guess The Incredibles.
Haha! Mine is actually, man, it's a tie between. I want it. It's probably be Ratatouille and then Incredibles. I mean, I love.
Oh yeah, that was good too. But
Ratatouille is just on an artistic level, cinematic wise, I think is the best. Just the story, characters. But Incredibles is obviously right up there. Brad Bird is actually working on the script for the second one. So
Yes.
now that Tomorrowland is, which by the way, Tomorrowland comes out soon. Was directed by Brad Bird. So that should be good. I have a lot of faith in him. But it hasn't been announced whether or not he's going to direct Incredibles 2, but obviously Sam Jackson is already on board because he's on board everything. So I thought that was really cool. I've been wanting this movie for quite a while. It kept getting pushed off by other sequels, and so it's slated. It's not going to be for a few more years though. It looks like it probably will be 2019.
Incredibles 2.
Yep. Yep, very cool. We've been getting a ton of Deadpool news lately and screenshots. It will definitely be, it was announced, I think today, that it will definitely be R-rated.
That was actually on April Fool's Day. They released something where they were saying that it was going to be kid-friendly, and then Ryan Reynolds came in F-bombing everywhere saying it was R-rated.
Yeah. So it is definitely R-rated. There's already pictures from the set. You know, they're recreating the scene from the teaser that they did in live action. What was it? Deadpool 2, was it 250 just came out? The Death of Deadpool, the comic book.
250.
So-
That doesn't sound right.
Was it?
no, yeah, I think it was because they did the numbering from like every Deadpool series or mini series
that
ever.
crap. Okay.
Yeah, and so that, you know, I don't know, I haven't read it, so I don't know if it's figurative, metaphorically, I don't know, the Death of Deadpool, but it, I guess Ryan Reynolds posted, was tweeting about that too. God, what was it? Shoot. But yeah, they've been very active with the community, so the social media and all that, so that'll only help it, I think, grow. So,
Random question for our Clearance gamers. What did you gentlemen think of Guacamole? Because it's $6 right now on Xbox Live.
Guacamelee.
Yes,
Yeah.
that.
It's a
It's
fun
a
game.
lot of fun. Yeah. It is a button mashing action platformer. It's very good. It's very smooth. It's a beautiful looking game.
What's with turning into a chicken?
It's just part of the story. And then eventually it helps you. It helps you get in small spaces later on.
Interesting.
Yeah. It's got a little bit of parkour, Prince of Persia kind of, elements to it as well.
Mhm.
So it can be very difficult. Like you'll fall and die a lot, and then try and get up the side or slide, or you have to do something specific in specific order. So yeah, you'll die. I mean, there's no death count or anything, but yeah, it's good. It's a lot of fun. It's one that you may burn out on before you finish it.
That's a shame.
I played it for several hours, and then it's like you'll get into it, and then once you get out of it, you kind of have to warm back into it again. You can't just hop back in.
Gotcha.
For me at least. I guess it's personal preference.
Well, that's how Fallout was for me because it was so overwhelming. Like, I'd get into it, play it nonstop for 2 weeks, stop for a month, come back, play it every day for hours for a week, stop.
Skyrim was like that too. Yeah. I wanted to do a Fallout 3 series for our channel, but the damn thing kept exploding on me. It wasn't meant to run on Windows 7, I guess.
Yeah.
And, they never got it really working right, and I tried some of the workarounds and stuff, but it kept crashing whenever I went to a town. So I'm thinking I might do Fallout New Vegas instead. I've never played it. I do have it. So I think that would make a decent series.
I've never seen it, so I'd watch that.
Yeah. So, and I thought it would be nice to have maybe some audience feedback of where to go next, or what kind of skills to use, and everything. So I might start that this weekend. I haven't decided yet. Speaking of which, we got Gaming with Evelyn started the new season, a mod of Minecraft, the Primordial Era. It's kind of neat. It's got dinosaurs, like fossils, archaeology. You can recreate, use fossil and dinosaur DNA, and then breed dinosaurs and tame them and everything. It's pretty neat. It's part of a larger mod pack called Resonant Rise, mainline. Really cool stuff. I'm really happy with how the videos turned out. And also, obviously, I've been doing the Endward Bound with Rob. Finally got that first session completely edited. There was a lot of content, and I still have another.
I have been missing that for the last couple months, ever since you jerks put out a teaser of it.
Yeah.
My life does need more Zoidberg.
Yeah, well, it's funny because there wasn't a whole lot of time between the first two sessions we recorded, and there's been a long time and a lot of work done by mostly Rob, but I also did a lot too, since I think we recorded that second session. So it'll be quite a leap forward as far as Dorklandia goes and how it's changed.
Yeah.
I kind of went crazy for a while there. It's awesome though. That's what I'm saying. I can't wait to record that third session. We should probably do that pretty soon.
Yes, we should.
So yeah, I've been trying to keep a Monday, Wednesday, Friday schedule at best, or at least I should say.
You might find this funny, Crispy. I've actually been having requests from my friends about the Crispy Tortures Kyle series we discussed a couple of years ago.
Where I just yell at you when you do things wrong? And
where you play one of those rage games where you die a whole crap ton, and every time you die, or every third time you die, I have to do something excruciating.
I don't think you actually have friends. I think they're just people that want to see you get hurt.
I was going to say, I mean, I'm starting to find out where people's loyalty lies. Yeah, it's like, I know where your loyalty lies. Oh, you're curious about seeing me torment myself. Yeah, I'm inviting you to Christmas.
We could definitely. I could get some. We could Super Meat Boy. Guacamelee could be one where there's a lot of dying in that. So.
Oh, Super Meat Boy would be a great first episode. I'd hate my life in 10 minutes.
Hotline Miami might be good. That's the same kind of thing. A little. That might be a little too dark for our channel, though. It's kind of crazy.
Quick question. How does Rob feel about Lego, what's it called? Jurassic Land or Jurassic Island or whatever coming out? Jurassic World.
I've not seen any of the sets.
It's based on the movie, right?
Yep. But I know Rob's a Lego player.
Well,
Will you get the Jurassic World set? Or only... I think Rob collects specific things, like...
I just
some of the
You
cool
play the
Star
Lego
Wars
games,
stuff.
right, Rob?
Sometimes, yeah. No, I collect stuff that looks cool, that looks like it has interesting pieces in it, or stuff that I can get like stupid cheap. Like I got a, it's not Ninjago. Yeah, it was Ninjago. I got this Ninjago Phoenix Temple, which I thought was pretty amusing that it was the Phoenix Temple, and it's like normally $120 set, but I was just walking through Walmart actually to pick up a different Lego set on clearance, and they had this deal for $35.
Wow.
Which is just insane. So
Did you see that through Slick Deals or whatever? Because I know Slick Deals will have some of those sets.
no, my wife was at the Walmart doing something, and she was walking through the Lego aisle and saw they had this cool Mastodon-y thing that I've actually kind of half-assed been looking at for a while, but it was more money than I really thought it was worth. And so she saw that they had it on clearance, and so I went to pick that up because it was finally. I think that the good price for the Lego sets is roughly 10 cents a brick. So anyway, so I went to pick it up and I passed by their clearance toy section. I'm like, holy shit, that's a huge 1,000-piece set for $35.
You know how awesome it is that your wife saw that and was like, oh hey, Rob might like that.
Oh no,
Let me encourage him.
No, she has way more. She has so many Legos.
Oh, so she's the Lego fiend, really.
Yeah.
In actuality.
That's why I can get them, because she likes them.
It's a match made in heaven.
Yeah.
Lego heaven.
I still treasure Rob's advice on marriage. She doesn't ask how much he spends on comics. He doesn't ask how much she spends on yarn.
That's a good relationship.
Uh-huh. It works.
Unfortunately, I have to ask who spends money on everything around here, so that philosophy doesn't work in this household, unfortunately. It's like no one can buy anything. I'm like a Nazi. Nothing can be bought until I am informed. So.
But Daddy, I'm so thirsty. Water is not in the budget.
9. Even that was. I think that's been Charlie's first words. He doesn't. He goes 9. I think it's actually saying mine, but it comes out 9.
Yeah.
Getting back.
Daddy,
HBO.
can I have this Lego set? Ask your little brother.
9. Game of Thrones comes back on Sunday. I'm very happy. Very excited.
Anyone in the room playing the Telltale game?
I've got I finished the first one, and I started the second one, but haven't really got time to
Does it
play.
live up to the Telltale level of gameplay?
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Tales from the Borderland has been amazing. It's been very entertaining looking.
Yeah, particularly since I guess with the first episode there wasn't really much action in it at all.
No, there was definitely some Games of Thrones stuff going on, like lots of, oh shit, I like that dude, now he's dead. Oh, I like that dude, now he's dead.
Well, I guess you can try and be snarky, and that won't work. You can say nothing, and that won't work. You're almost wrong all the time. I guess people are really tense when they play it because the way that the characters respond really insult and diminish you as a person, no matter what you do. It seems like what do I say so they can't just slam me?
Yeah, that absolutely. There were some cases, especially with Cersei, where I would not be happy with the result I got. I'm like, I don't understand how I screwed up, and so I would quit and then go back and do it again and be like, oh, it's worse now. What did I do?
It's even worse. It's because she is not a nice person.
Yeah, so like I would go. I actually went through every single dialogue option, and it turns out there is no way to get a good response. Like it's just not possible. So I felt slightly better about that.
Although it is kind of weird how you would play a game where basically everyone just digs into you like that. It's like no matter what you do. But that's the world of Game of Thrones. And that's why it's so good. The dialogue is the best part in the books and in the show. Just those conversations and interactions. I didn't know if you heard, but I guess George R.R. Martin is going to start writing a young adult novel series. I'm like, I've come to the realization, I don't think George R.R. Martin knows how to finish the books. I think, the Game of Thrones, I think he knows how wiener. Yeah, because he knows the ending, but it's such a mess. Like, everything is scattered everywhere throughout the world. I don't think he knows how to tie it back together. I think he's having a difficult time. Cause, he's like, he's all like, I don't know why people just don't leave me alone. I'll write it when I write it. It's like, it's taken you 15 years,
And also, you're,
gonna
to be
die.
fair, not in excellent shape.
Yeah, I mean, he drinks like crazy. He's not at a healthy. He doesn't lead a healthy lifestyle. It's kind of a hefty fellow. Yeah, it's.
Check your navigation console for more information.
They just need to hand it off to Brandon Sanderson and let him finish it off. I think. So I think that's the only one capable of doing it. Have you ever read The Words of Radiance? Those two books.
No.
They are really good. I highly recommend them. But if you're interested in Game of Thrones and catching up on it, HBO, at least for AT&T, I can't say for Time Warner, but Uverse is having a month of starting when you're choosing within the next couple weeks, a month free of HBO, a trial period. So it'll at least give you the four new episodes starting this Sunday, and you can catch up on HBO Go on all the previous seasons. You can't beat that.
I can beat that.
You can stream it. I guess. Is that beating it? I don't know. I'd rather watch it in good quality. Or are you gonna beat it with a whip? Or whatever.
Yeah,
that is.
I don't pay for it anyway, so I don't care.
What do you guys want to talk about? There's Suicide Squad stuff. Not really.
We found out who Ant-Man's villain is going to be, and it's kind of strange.
I'm a bit new to this whole
Doctor
know how-
Strange?
so it's not going to be
No, not Benedict
Don't worry. Everything will be
Cumberbatch.
just fine.
Yellow Jacket,
Yeah.
which is very weird because Yellow Jacket is actually another one of Hank Pym's personalities.
Well, but it's also been a villain in the Marvel Universe.
Well, there's been one,
There's
there's been a
both-
chick, but
Yeah, there's been multiple Yellow Jackets, so I don't care.
I was kind of meh about the picture. It didn't really excite me.
That was easy.
Looked very
Keep moving.
CGI-like, very fake.
and think about too how they're skipping Wonder Man with Vision, which is kind of a strange thing for the Avengers. I mean, I know they don't have time; they'd rather bring in Vision than Wonder Man, but
Go on.
that was kind of a major part of the character in the comics.
Do they have
There are
Wonder
other
Man?
systems now,
I'm sorry.
No.
so watch out.
Oh, you're talking about they don't. What are you talking about? I'm confused.
Well, in the comic books, Wonder Man, basically his brainwaves are used to
yeah.
make the Vision.
Oh, yeah, no, I mean, it's creative liberties with that one, I guess.
Yeah. Nobody cares about poor old Wonder Man.
I liked Wonder Man. I bought Wonder Man's solo series, but then Wonder Man became kind of a dick. Like with around Civil War, he just became like a dick. So, Wonder Man.
Wow. A lot of animosity there. Well, it's because you loved him, so now you hate him.
Yes, he let me down.
He let you down. Did you see the Jared Leto Killing Joke Joker photo? It's really hard to see. He's supposedly in Joker makeup.
Really? Because it looks just like.
Green hair, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so, but it's so out of focus and blurry. It's hard, but it looks like he might have some red lipstick stuff on his. You know, I don't think they're gonna go with the really, really white craziness.
Well, if they make Joker the main character of Suicide Squad, the movie's going to be terrible.
No, Deadshot. That's pretty much.
Yeah. Will Smith's not gonna allow that shit, dude.
And he'll be a big part of it. And there'll probably be really good interaction between the two. That's what I would do. I would have most of it interaction between Deadshot and Joker. Because I mean, a straight man, funny man kind of thing right there. But then again, I'm not. Who knows? Daredevil came out on Netflix yesterday. That was
Yep.
to tour that. I have not watched the first. Well, all the episodes are out, right?
Yes.
I guess they did.
They released all the episodes at once?
That's how Netflix always does it.
Huh.
Oh, speaking of which, the Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt is fantastic. It is so
I've heard
good.
It's what's her name from The Office too, right?
Yeah, Ellie Kemper
Yeah.
from St. Louis.
She's kind of cute.
Yeah, she really makes the show. If you liked 30 Rock, it's goddamn 30 Rock. So that's a good thing, as far as I'm concerned.
30 Rock is good. So
Yep.
is what's oh man, it's blanking on me now. The cop comedy on Fox.
Oh yeah,
Sandberg.
Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Brooklyn Nine-Nine is hilarious.
Oh,
too.
that is so good too. Yeah, and I was not really a Andy Samberg fan, but geez, that shit was funny.
Oh man, the captain's.
Oh yeah,
Robot.
jeez, yeah.
His delivery is maybe one of the best parts about that show. I literally laughed out loud, hard, and oh god, what was the one line where he delivered to the rival? Shoot, the one that's married to Kevin Bacon.
Yeah. Lunch. Her name Lunch.
Lunch, yeah. And he was gonna be the better man, and then and what did he say? Serve or something like that? Because it's lunch. So
Yes.
serve.
Yeah.
That's right. You heard me. So, it's good. Good times. But they did reveal the Daredevil red suit. Because he kind of starts out in the kind of a black getup, and over the course of the first season, like any good show, evolves. So there's I think people like it for the most part. I haven't heard too much bitching on the internet. And people, the internet. People like to bitch on the internet. Not too bad. Star Wars is available in digital HD now. So I think you can get it on Amazon. Correct? I think you can
I
stream
don't
it on
know.
Amazon. Alright, well, never mind.
I've already got so many versions of Star Wars, like VHS tapes, DVDs, Blu-rays, like.
And I have none because I will not
Shame
purchase it.
they made the original versions on Blu-ray so rare.
Well, that was the thing. They refused to do it until. Oh, whoops! I didn't mean to. That was me. I accidentally moused over a little video. Jesus, I need to leave this site now. Disney is that they're putting out Blu-rays of the unedited, unspecial version. What was it called? That Lucas did. The
Special edition.
special edition. So they're putting out Blu-rays of the original edition, basically.
Really?
Yes. Because the fans have been wanting it. I mean, why not? You're Disney, you want to make money. People want to give you money for Star Wars, no matter what you do. So, but, yeah, so they're going to put out Blu-ray of the original edition.
Finally.
Yeah! I refuse to buy any until I can just get the original edition. I want to show my daughter the original cinematic version. There's actually it's probably been going around for a while, but some of the original concept art is out there for Star Wars. It's really cool. There's a gallery of all three movies. It's pretty interesting what it could have looked like. C-3PO kind of looked like the cyborg or whatever from Metropolis at first. kind of more diamond, less round edges. What else? Anybody got anything else? We got through a lot.
I think we were quite productive today.
Yes, very productive. Any dorkgasms? Any cool stuff anyone's been doing lately?
Sincerely, that System of a Down Mortal Kombat trailer is amazing. That would probably be my dorkgasm for the week.
Okay. Yeah, a lot of people are really excited about Mortal Kombat X. Some of the fatalities look really cool.
Yeah. Have you heard about the quit-alities?
No, what is that?
Much like how, what was it? I think it was Call of Duty would punish you if you quit in the middle of matches. Basically, if you quit in the middle of a fight in MK now, it'll say quitality and your character's head will explode.
I guess that at least is entertaining, right? Because you'll be mad that someone left because you won't get the win or whatever.
And then their head blows up.
Their head blows up, and you're like, well, I got some satisfaction out of that at least. That's pretty smart, actually. I like that. I like that game mechanic. Good on them. I tried to get people to, all one of our viewers to submit a question, but to Twitter. I think next time I may just make like fake fan mail segment of fake fan.
Yeah.
Where I'll just voice a fan, like a 10-year-old or something, who probably shouldn't listen to this podcast. It's inappropriate for children, or anyone really, but mostly children. Oh, I know what I was going to talk about. My dorkgasm. Did you have one, Rob? Or
Did I mention City Skylines yet?
City Skylines is a good one. That needs multiplayer so bad. I think it'd be fun to do a series, or just play, really.
Yeah.
Cool. Mine is. Do you know what Crunchyroll is? At all?
Is it sushi?
Well, it is a type of sushi roll. Crunchyroll.
Yes.
But it is also a service that streams anime and has a manga collection as well. And you can get the first 30 days for free. They are in no way endorsing or promoting on this podcast. I just like it. You can. It's really cool because you can stream it through, I think, the TV. Apple TV. It does have an app through there, which is really cool. But it's free online, so you can actually watch it through desktop for free, through your browser. But if you pay, it's like $6.95 a month, and the amount of content on there is just crazy. And it's up to the date anime, like the next day from Japan, basically. There's a really cool series I just finished watching called Parasite Maxim, and man, it was impressive. It was very cool. It manages to mix humor and very gory darkness in it at all at once. It's basically about these parasites that drop to Earth and they take over humans, and they go for the brain, basically. To the human brain to take over the entire human body. And this teenager, he actually sees this little parasite start to crawl in, digs into his arm, starts to crawl into it, and he puts a belt around it so it can't get into his, climbing through his arm to his brain or whatever. Is that what you're trying to go? So he ends up having this parasite in his hand called Miggy, and the cool thing is they morph and everything. So he ends up working with Miggy to kind of protect the human race against these parasites that feed on, human flesh, basically. And the cool thing about the show, minus all the good animation and all the coolness and everything, is that it brings up just really cool themes about what it means to be human, and if we're a parasite, like maybe humans are the parasites, like we act like we're superior, we eat other animals. How is it any different that another living you know, species would come and prey on us.
Which game? Which show is this now?
Parasite the Maxim. And there was just a live-action movie in Japan of it. You know, I guess the special effects are really good, but it was okay. The problem is it was a manga back in the late 90s. And it was really popular. Usually they pump out anime like crazy, but I guess they wanted to do it right, and they did a really good job. It's only 24 episodes total. It goes through the whole series, and it's fantastic. It ends. It's a satisfying end, and a lot of cool themes brought up. A lot of interesting questions about what it means to be human and what makes us different, you know, from other animals, and what we can learn, you know, from the world around us. So it's deep, and yet it doesn't have to be, because you can just watch, you know, these things morph. You know, when they morph out of the head, they have these scythe blades on their little arms and stuff. So I mean, they slice through people like butter. It's pretty good. I recommend it. So that's my Dork. And the Crunchyroll, man, you can't beat that. Because if you pay the $6.95 a month, you get you can stream it through your phone, through not Wi-Fi, actually over your network. And it is very smooth. It doesn't require a lot of bandwidth. So which is good. Yeah. So there you go. Is that are we done? We
FD, that's all.
Wait, well, hold on. We got the obligatory send us questions or comments or whatever to podcast@dorkgasm.net. You can catch us on Facebook at facebook.com/dorkgasm, right? Am I right? I think that's right. Or you can tweet us at Dorkgasm Podcast. Yeah, and please do next week, because I don't want to have to do more work and then create a whole fake fan mail thing.
Extraction team will take over from here.
Just
time to evacuate.
It's ridiculous. Don't make me do that. And okay, Kyle, now you can go.
The notice has passed along.
FD, that's all, folks.
For the remaining Aquing parts.